I used to think my crippling fear of being abandoned was just a personality quirk, a sign that I loved hard. It wasn't until my partner sat me down, their face a mix of love and exhaustion, that I realized this quirk was a trauma response. It was a ghost from my childhood, haunting every relationship I had. If your relationships feel like a loop of intense closeness followed by painful crashes, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells, or if love always feels harder than it should, this is for you. We're going to uncover 7 hidden relationship patterns often rooted in childhood trauma. Seeing them clearly is the first step to breaking free and building the secure love you deserve. Pattern number 1. The overwhelming fear of abandonment. The first, and maybe most common, pattern is a deep fear of abandonment. This isn't just worry that a relationship might end, it's a full body panic triggered by small things. Your partner wants a night alone, or they take a little too long to text back, and your mind jumps straight to, they're leaving. It's over. This lines up with an anxious attachment style. You might constantly need reassurance. Are we okay? Do you still love me? You check your phone obsessively, feel clingy, and hate how desperate you seem, but you can't relax without contact. This was my story. My childhood was unpredictable. Love disappeared without warning. My brain learned distance equals danger. So I clung as tightly as I could, not realizing that my fear of being abandoned was slowly pushing my partner away. Pattern number 2, the protective wall of avoidance. On the other side is emotional avoidance. If you learned that having needs or showing feelings led to rejection, punishment, or shame, you may have built a wall. On the surface, you look independent and low drama. But when a relationship gets truly close, you pull back. You pick fights over small things, bury yourself in work, or just shut down. Inside, your system is screaming, intimacy isn't safe. Pull away before you get hurt. You live in your head more than your heart. You can talk about connection, but fully letting someone in feels terrifying. Deep down, you learned the only person you could rely on was yourself, so you keep partners at arm's length, protecting a very wounded part of you, but also keeping yourself painfully alone. Pattern number 3, the disease to please. The third pattern is chronic people-pleasing and weak boundaries. If love in your home was conditional, given only when you were good, quiet, helpful, or impressive, you probably learned that your needs were a problem. As an adult, you feel responsible for everyone's happiness. You avoid conflict at all costs, apologize constantly, and feel guilty even thinking about saying no. In relationships, this can become codependency. Your identity blends into your partner's, and their mood feels like your job to manage. Saying what you really feel feels selfish or dangerous. But the truth is, you were trained to believe your needs didn't matter. Unlearning that is not selfish, it's survival in a new, healthier way. Pattern number 4, the emotional flashback. Have you ever had a tiny moment set off a huge reaction? Your partner makes a small, constructive comment, maybe you forgot to take out the trash, and suddenly you feel flooded with shame, rage, or fear that's way out of proportion. This is an emotional flashback. You're not re-seeing the past, you're re-feeling it. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between past danger and present safety. That little comment about the trash doesn't just land as feedback. It hits the same place as the criticism or humiliation you felt as a child. A raised voice in an argument doesn't just feel tense, it feels like the terror of hearing adults fight or explode. These reactions don't mean you're too sensitive. They're old pain surfacing, asking to be understood and healed. Let's just pause and take a breath. Seeing yourself in these patterns can feel heavy. Please offer yourself compassion. These are not failures. They are survival strategies your younger self created in impossible situations. We're going to talk about how to start healing in just a moment. Pattern number 5, the unconscious repetition of the past. Next is trauma reenactment, repeatedly ending up in relationships that replay your childhood wounds. Maybe you keep choosing emotionally unavailable partners. Maybe your relationships are full of chaos, intensity, and drama that feels strangely normal. You're not choosing this on purpose. On a deep level, your system is trying to redo the past, hoping that this time you'll finally be loved the way you needed back then. You might even mistake trauma bonds, cycles of affection followed by withdrawal or cruelty, for passion. The roller coaster feels like love because calm, steady care feels unfamiliar. Healing here means recognizing that familiar isn't the same as healthy, and learning to choose the boring, steady safety your nervous system isn't used to yet. Pattern number 6, the illusion of control. If you grew up in chaos or unpredictability, you may have learned that the only way to feel safe is to control everything. In relationships, this can turn into perfectionism and control. You might need things done a certain way and feel intense anxiety when they're not. You may micromanage, give constant advice, or feel like if you don't oversee everything, something bad will happen. Sometimes, you might even confuse controlling behavior, like needing to know where someone is all the time, as proof they care, because that's what love looked like to you. But control doesn't create safety, it creates pressure. It leaves no room for mistakes and slowly chokes intimacy, because true closeness requires trust, not constant management. Pattern number 7, the emotional desert. The final pattern is emotional numbness. If, as a child, your feelings were ignored, mocked, or punished, you may have learned to turn them off to survive. As an adult, when someone asks how you are, you default to fine, because you honestly don't know. Your feelings might show up more as headaches, stomach tension, or exhaustion than as clear sadness or anger. This makes it really hard to communicate. You can't share what you need if you don't know it yourself. Your partner may feel like they're living with a stranger, or like they can't reach the real you. You might switch between silence and sudden blow-ups, simply repeating what you saw growing up. Underneath that desert is a lot of feeling. It's just been buried for a long time. Recognizing these patterns is like turning on the light in a dark room. It doesn't fix everything instantly, but now you can see what's been driving your reactions, and that awareness is powerful. First, start with radical self-compassion. These patterns are not character flaws, they're scars. They were intelligent survival strategies. You can even imagine thanking the younger version of you who came up with them and gently letting that part know, I'm an adult now. I'm learning new ways to be safe. Second, practice noticing. When you feel that familiar panic, urge to control, or emotional shutdown, just name it. I'm feeling fear of abandonment right now. Or my avoidance wall just went up. You can jot these moments in your phone. Naming the pattern creates space between you and the automatic reaction. Third, if it's available to you, consider trauma-focused therapy, like EMDR, somatic experiencing, or internal family systems. These approaches help your brain and body process stored trauma, not just talk about it. Finally, if you're in a relationship, experiment with vulnerable communication. That might sound like, when plans change suddenly, I feel really anxious. It connects to old stuff from my past. It's not about you, but could we talk through the new plan together? This turns your partner into an ally in your healing, instead of an enemy or a trigger. Healing from childhood trauma isn't about erasing the past, it's about integrating it. Your history doesn't have to keep writing the same story in your relationships. You can develop what's called earned secure attachment, building the safety, trust, and connection you didn't receive consistently as a child. Your brain is capable of change. Your relationships can shift from being the stage where you relive your deepest wounds to the place where you experience your deepest healing. You didn't deserve what happened to you, but you do deserve love that feels safe, steady, and real. And you have the power to move toward it, one small step at a time. Thank you for being here and holding space for this. If this helped you feel a little less alone, please subscribe, and you're welcome to stay here with me. Healing is easier when we don't do it alone. And check the description for more resources and support. You are not alone on this journey.